Skin used to have really bad chin acne and chin acne scars, gone within like 3 days of taking it. I used to have really bad fungal acne, gone. I lost like 15 pounds.
What's up guys, Derek, moreplacemordates.com. Today we are going to be talking about chlorophyll, a trend that is sweeping TikTok as we speak. There are fucking hundreds of people posting their chlorophyll filled waters and talking about all of the magnificent health benefits that they're getting out of it and or hope to get out of it, and some pretty fucking bold claims being made that are not essentially very founded by research. So we're going to be getting into this. There's been people talking about losing double digits amount of weight in fucking couple weeks on this shit. There's people talking about getting rid of their lifelong acne. There's people talking about some nutty stuff. So we are going to be getting into it on the good old TikTok. So we're in the search here. Hashtag chlorophyll has 76.8 million views right now. So we're going to click on that, go through some of the top ones and give you my opinion.
Now that I see chlorophyll is trending on TikTok, I've been taking it for the last 4 months, and let me tell you what it did for me. 1, poon poon, smell, tastes amazing. She's always dripping constantly. Second off, skin used to have really bad chin acne and chin acne scars, gone within like 3 days of taking it. I used to have really bad fungal acne, gone. I lost like 15 pounds. If you have irregular periods, baby, this is the key. Before I started taking this, I would get my period twice a year. But now, within the last 4 months of me taking it, I have gotten my period twice. So that's amazing. Anyways, I have no body odor. Like none. Like if I sweat, it doesn't smell. And I love that. And my poop is green, but that's not like helpful, but like it's fun to look at, I guess. It do make.
Okay, so that is the most viewed one, I guess. This is trying liquid chlorophyll. Ooh, fuck. Rest in peace, headphone users. Let's see. What are some other ones here? Well, there's a fucking shit ton.
People telling me not to drink chlorophyll water because I'll lose weight.
It's almost like that's the whole point.
2 pounds down in 3 days. All right, let's see if there's any other ones of note.
Alright bitches, let's talk vitamins. First thing, get this shit. This is amazing for stress and anxiety. It is a homeopathic stress reliever. It has an ingredient called clematis, which is really good for kind of bringing you down to earth when you really just...
Like, I don't know what it is about TikTok, but I've never seen a platform with more, like, such hyped up claims behind natural products. Like the fucking guy who's talking about ashwagandha, how it's gonna grow your dick and make you taller. That was a good one. But the latest hype train, like honestly, every day there's like somebody being like, you know what the fucking secret is for this shit, bro? Fucking chlorophyll, bro. If you didn't know, this is the reason why I have a huge dick, I have no acne, I'm fucking jacked, blah, blah, blah.
Connected. And I deal with brain fog all the time, and this is fire! All you need is 4 drops on your tongue. And it does taste like tequila, so warning. Next, bitch, you need ashwagandha. Or ashwagandha, I don't know how to pronounce it. This is an energy boost supplement, and it also is great for stress. Literally 1 capsule, and this turns me from sad bitch to bad bitch. Also,
okay, I'm not trying, like I have a cortisol blocker with ashwagandha in it. Like I'm a fan, but again, at least she's not saying it's gonna make your fucking dick huge, so I guess it's not that bad.
Also, I know chlorophyll has been a big thing lately. This is the next best thing, and it's literally just a little capsule. Let me tell you, clear skin, no sweat odor, and your gut will literally be detoxed by the cellular level.
It's funny how people are talking about like buying it separately and they have like no fucking idea how easy it is to get through your diet. Let's see what else. I saw some pretty bold weight loss claims besides the first one, but I'm just like going through the random fucking, is this the trending page?
I'm coming on here to put you on to the chlorophyll water.
Okay, so chlorophyll water seems to be trending right now on TikTok. And if anyone remembers, it was kind of trending like at the beginning of this pandemic, like last April, May-ish. And excuse me, when I saw that, I was like, bet, like, let me get it. I have been drinking chlorophyll water every single day since then, so almost a whole year. And let me tell you what it's done for me. Number one, I literally shit like 10 or 15 minutes after I drink it. Like, it literally cleanses out your system immediately. My skin has cleared up, like, immaculate. I also don't get body odor. Like, I'll sweat, but I don't smell. It helped me with my weight loss. Obviously, I started working out and stuff, but that as well. And I have generally increased energy. I bought mine off Amazon for really cheap. Go do it.
Okay, so there's a shit ton of these on TikTok, and you'll find no shortage of them on the trending page. Okay, so chlorophyll, what do I think about it in particular? So the first thing I think, like, as far as its efficacy goes, by the way, it's not useless. You know, you would think something like this, oh, I'm just gonna fucking shit on it. You know, there's not a lot of data to reinforce it specifically, but indirectly through its antioxidant properties and whatnot, you can see why it might help. This study in particular, I thought was at least worth touching on because it kind of interacts with some of these same mechanisms that some of the novel drugs do that we've kind of looked at for bodybuilding purposes and whatnot, for weight management, for example. So, you know, the bold claim of I lost 15 fucking pounds on it, like, obviously that wasn't the chlorophyll, like, burning extra fat necessarily. More so it's somehow promoting satiety. So, you know, I was looking for some sort of research to reinforce that. And when you dig through it, you know, you can find information about chlorophyll, its interaction with PPARs, interestingly, which is something that typically we would look to leverage indirectly through, you know, telmisartan potentially if you're an anabolics user and are using an ARB proactively, which is probably a reasonable strategy to deploy. Obviously, people who just want PPAR delta agonism specifically are probably going to be looking at something like cardarine. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, that is the mechanism by which those things work, or at least, you know, cardarine's main mechanism of action. Massive of a magnitude will chlorophyll have on PPAR delta activation or anything like that. You know, at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to, again, how many diets are deficient as fuck in micronutrients and antioxidants. That's what we're going to be getting to shortly. Interestingly enough, down near the bottom, I found interaction with GLP-1. So if you've seen my video recently on the most potent appetite suppressant on earth, and something I see as a very, very promising and not really even fucking discovered drug candidate among the bodybuilding community, is GLP-1 agonists. Now, obviously very popular in the diabetic community, and I shouldn't say popular, just very, very commonly prescribed drug that is extremely effective at promoting satiety without you needing to stim your fucking brains out with something like Adderall. It works incredibly well. So, looking at some of the mechanism of, you know, thylakoids and looking at the chlorophyll in particular, you see when added to food, they are powerful promoters of satiety and suppressors of hunger, in particular hedonic hunger. The mechanism is a late satiety by the use of the whole intestine for digestion of food. In this way, satiety hormones are released from the distal intestine, the ileal brake, providing information to the brain that satiety has been achieved and a reduced urge for snacking. Since snacking is an important contributor to the global epidemic of obesity today, the consumption of thylakoids may aid in the prevention of this epidemic. The effects are summarized in figure 5. So when you look here, retarded fat digestion, release of gut hormones CCK and GLP-1. So again, if you remember, the most efficacious of the GLP-1 agonists overall, semaglutide, we did that video on it about how it, you know, the average user of it lost over 30 pounds. Now, granted, these are people with like no willpower to the degree that they've literally self-induced type 2 diabetes upon themselves, but still, if those individuals are able to achieve such drastic weight loss who have literally no willpower, you can imagine what the average person does with a little bit of a bump in GLP-1 agonism. But again, how, you know, comparable is chlorophyll on like PPAR delta activation, GLP-1 agonism compared to actual novel drugs? You know, this is what we're going to be getting into in a sec. So interestingly enough, chlorophyll is literally in the food that you probably already may or may not eat, depending on how shitty your diet is, of course. So for me, when I see these individuals clearing up acne, when I see them talking about they feel so much better, when I see them talking about weight loss, I'm thinking they have bad diets. That's honestly just what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're not eating any greens and they're deficient. And then when they add this chlorophyll on top, they're supplementing their antioxidant demands and certain other things that they are deficient in. So for example, in spinach, apparently in one cup is 24 milligrams of chlorophyll. Like, that's a fucking lot, dude, considering when you go on Amazon, some of these products that they're buying are per 15 drops, 50 milligrams of chlorophyll. So, most people are probably using, one full dropper of this shit. Like, what's the max amount that people are drinking per dose on a daily basis? Maybe a couple hundred milligrams at most, I would think. Now, again, are you somebody who is going to eat your greens on a daily basis? Are you going to be consistent with it? How much are you going to eat? Like, of course, I could see why you could get supplementation above and beyond. And it's likely that some of these individuals are getting above and beyond, super physiologic almost amounts of fucking, not that you naturally produce these, but like amounts that would otherwise be very difficult for most people to get from food. The fact that their shit is literally green, probably a sign that they are getting way more than their body is used to and or can even handle potentially. So, going back to the spinach, we're looking at almost 25 milligrams per cup. How many cups of greens would you be having on a daily basis? Like, how much vegetables are the majority of individuals in the country deficient in their diet models? Fucking tons, dude. Like, how many people are just eating processed shit? And even the people who are fairly conscious of their diet model, they're just counting macros and doing if it fits your macros shit with foods that aren't even foods. They're just like artificially replacing stuff with artificially sugar-laden stuff that are micronutrient deficient as fuck. Now, if you literally need certain foods that are not actual foods to hit your macros and you're literally not going to stick to your diet without the implementation of certain things. I'm not against artificial sweeteners or anything like that. Don't take that as me saying that. Simply, I am saying most people's diet models are not optimized in terms of both macros and micros. So if you are deficient again in your greens, your antioxidants, adding something like this on top of your current diet model will probably make a marked difference in your results and your perceived quality of well-being, health, etc., because you're literally backfilling something that is severely deficient potentially. So for me, this is something that I see more as a very traditional approach to supplementation. If you do not have an adequate diet model, then you supplement something on top to reach the level you should otherwise have with if you could get all of the food groups and you need to hit all of your micronutrient requirements. So for this, I don't think it's really doing anything special. Rather, I think it is just achieving what these people are otherwise not getting through their diet. So if you have an adequate amount of greens, do you need to be supplementing with an extra dropper full of 50 to 100 milligrams of chlorophyll? Probably not. You're probably already getting it through your fucking greens. So is there a point? I don't really know above and beyond that. Like, maybe, I haven't really tested it. There's obviously certain vitamins that their RDAs and whatnot are not really representative of what gives some people the, maximum benefit that they get out of it. Like, some people, they'll mega dose certain vitamins and get like total clearing of their acne. Like, I forget what is it? Pantothenic acid. People are mega dosing the fucking shit out of it and clearing up acne that is like brutal fucking acne. Now, I'm not saying you should go do that. I'm just giving an example of a vitamin that is otherwise has a much lower RDA than what people are doing to achieve a pretty interesting outcome that is very substantial. So with chlorophyll, is that, the same kind of idea? You just megadose the fuck out of it, more than you could otherwise get from even a, like a healthy amount of greens on a daily basis. I guess that remains to be seen. And, some of these anecdotal reviews are kind of interesting, but personally, I think you have your bases covered if you're getting a sufficient amount of your micros in and getting a sufficient amount of greens, sufficient amount of fruits, getting a sufficient amount of everything you need. Go on Chronometer, type your diet in, and see where you're deficient. It's not that hard to actually figure out if your diet is optimal or not when you actually start to plug it in and see where you are deficient and how to fill up the gaps. So I recommend you check that out instead of using something like MyFitnessPal. Go to chronometer.com, Chronometer. Not sponsored or anything. It's just where you can plug your diet in and not only see what your macros are, but you can actually see, am I getting all my vitamins? Am I getting all my minerals? What am I deficient in? What could I add in order to fill that space and kind of achieve what is otherwise like checking off all the boxes? So anyways, I don't think this is anything crazy. I think this is just a matter of individuals who probably had subpar diet models and or individuals that seem to benefit from excessive intake of this shit to the point that they had more stuff that needed to be mopped up potentially. So I don't know though. Should be interesting to see in the future if this trend continues. But for me, I would just urge you to eat enough greens. You know, that's like you're pretty much getting the exact same fucking benefits plus more if you eat enough greens. So that is my stance on it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplatesmoredates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplatesmoredates, Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you have any experience with liquid chlorophyll in comparison to a healthy amount of greens and or, you know, in conjunction with it, let us know in the comments down below. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. I recommended lab tests and diagnostics to stay on top of your health. And Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas that design myself from scratch, and anything else I'm associated with, it's all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. And by the way, if you want a micronutrient dense diet model that's easy to follow and is idiot proof, the vertical diet is linked in the video description below and definitely checks off all the boxes and definitely hits your chlorophyll requirements via the amount of spinach in the diet model. This is literally like newbie 101 to muscle building, actually factoring in gut health, actually factoring in sleep hygiene, actually factoring in micronutrient density. This is a diet that makes it idiot proof to actually get a high quality, performance based muscle building, strength building diet model that is optimized not just in a performance vector, but in addition in a health and vitality vector. So check that out if you're interested. It's in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.